Hey everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys sort of a behind the scenes of what I do when I make videos and content here for you guys on YouTube and Instagram, because a lot of you guys ask me like what equipment I use, how I set my stuff up, so I thought I would just include it in one of these daily vlogs. To start out, I actually have to go to the grocery store because I am making a recipe and I had to special order an ingredient, but I'll tell you guys about that later because I actually need to head out the door right now. I feel like because I live in Miami, our grocery stores have some things, but they don't have other normal things. Like for example, we have a million different types of cornmeal and corn flour and like tamale wrappers, but we don't have pumpernickel bread or normal squash. I went to 2 grocery stores 2 days ago and neither of them had either of those. So I had to call in a special order of pumpernickel bread from this grocery store, and I have to pick this up because I'm making a spinach dip recipe and you can't have spinach dip without pumpernickel bread. I am back from the store. I got my bread and I was also really craving something bubbly, so I bought a case of LaCroix. I got the lime flavor, and I wasn't sure how big the bread was going to be, and they were like, do you want a 1 pound size or a 2 pound size? And I thought a 1 pound size would be too small, but like, this is very massive. Here's my hand. Oh well. Also, this grocery store didn't have any squash at all. I guess it kind of makes sense because I mean Miami is a tropical environment, so we don't have squash. So while I was waiting for them to package my bread, I called 2 other grocery stores. The first one didn't have it either, and the second one finally have it. So out of 5 grocery stores in Miami that I've checked, only 1 had acorn squash. So I wasn't planning on getting that today actually, but I'm just gonna get it now because I'm scared that they're gonna run out and I need it for another recipe that I'm filming later this week. Thank God. Oh my gosh. Never thought I'd be so happy to see squash right now. Okay, so I am back from the grocery store and I'm about to start filming. I'm making 2 video recipes today. The first one is coming out after this, so I'll just give you guys like a teaser shot of it, but the second one is a spinach dip, but that video isn't for YouTube, it's actually for Instagram. So I'm gonna quickly show you guys my setup. I just finished setting up my lights and my camera. Okay, so I actually recently purchased these artificial lights and I've been playing around with them trying to find something that works. So today I'm going to experiment with reflecting them off of the ceiling so then the light is a little less harsh coming down onto here. So I only have 2 lights, which is also a problem. If anyone has any resources, let me know because it's proving to be a little tricky. And then this is a tripod that I got forever ago. As you can see, I just sort of rotate the tripod head down and then that's how I get my overhead shots. There are tripods that have like a longer L arm. I'll probably invest in one of those soon, but I just haven't really needed it, so this one is working. Why do I need another one? And then this is my camera. I have a Canon 80D. I use this to film all of my recipe videos, and then my lens, it is a 24 to 70 millimeter 2.8 in case you care. I guess I'll link this all in the description of the video if you're curious. And then I actually recently got this board. I'm really excited about it. This is actually handmade by Eclectic Lab Designs and I'm super excited to get it. So this side, it's kind of hard to tell. It has like a sort of marbly, rockish feel and it has some more gold undertones to it. And then the other side is sort of like a faux marble. Let me see if I can show you guys really quickly. All right, I'm gonna have to put the camera down to do it, but let's see. Hopefully this will still be bright enough. As you can see on this side down here, it's a marble. So it's super handy because I can reverse it depending on like the style of video that I'm going for. If you guys are interested in photography at all, I would highly recommend investing in one of these just because the surface is so much larger. As you guys know, I used to use like bathroom tiles and my old marble background was like a cutting board that my mom gave me, and those are nice and they're good if you're just starting out and you're more on a budget, but if you actually take photography and like videography seriously, those surfaces are too small and the surface is a lot better and it's more lightweight, so I really like it. So I'm actually starting with my secret recipe. I always like to set up all of my ingredients for the recipe first. It makes filming so much easier. It makes it so much easier to cut clips as well. So it's a mise en place, if you will. So these are all of the ingredients plus the flour, and we're gonna start filming. So usually when I make recipe videos, I usually do like 3 recipes in a video, but they're all related. But today, because the 2 recipes that I'm making aren't really related, I'm going to multitask and sort of work through them, but it is a little bit more work on my end. So as you saw, I just made the dough for the recipe that I'm making, and then now I'm going to work on the other recipe in the meantime because the dough has to rise for an hour. So I have the dough rising under a light so it's a little warmer, and then I'm making a spinach dip recipe, and so I have all of my ingredients laid out for here, and I'm actually going to be making it in this machine. It's an all-clad prep and cook. It like chops, simmers, blends, does everything all in one machine. So now I'm going to work on that. Also, I was really rushed this morning and I really didn't end up eating breakfast, so I ate like a brunch and I didn't have room to cook anything, so I just ate some leftovers. But I was working on the recipe and filming myself working on the recipe, so I didn't have a camera, so I just took a picture of it with my phone. It was like some walnut crusted artichokes with some steamed green beans and lentils, and I also had some amazing grass greens powder, and now I'm just sipping on a kombucha, pomegranate flavor. All right, let's get to work. So the spinach dip is now done. I think it looks pretty dang good if I do say so myself. And now we're going to move back to, I'll just tell you what it is. I'm making monkey bread. So as you can see, the dough has risen and I have to make the sauce that we bake it with. And then I found a silicone bundt pan, so I'm going to be using that to bake it. So we're gonna do that next. So the monkey bread is in the oven right now, so I'm going to finish up with the spinach dip. I made the dip, but I still have to put it in the bread bowl for the video. So I just transferred the dip into here because it was easier to pour than out of the machine. Speaking of which, this is my 3rd sink of dishes that I have to do. And then I have obviously the pumpernickel bread, and I also have some crackers, and I chopped up some carrots to add extra accoutrements to it. Is that even the right word? I don't know. And then I saved a little bit of the sauce that goes on top of the monkey bread because I'm going to have to garnish that and get an in shot of it once it comes out of the oven. So I'm still waiting for that bread to cool, and I have temporarily migrated over to the window because I like to shoot my actual photos in natural light. So I picked up the board, brought it over here. So I'm going to take a few shots like this so I can have some pictures for my blog post, and probably try to get between like 3 and 5 different shots. But I do think that it came out looking pretty good, and it tastes good too. My roommate said she liked it as well, so yay. So this was my sort of last shot. I threw some bread cubes around to make the scene look a little bit more messy and lived in, and I wanted to show you guys because the natural light is just coming from one side. I do use a photo reflector, and this helps bounce the light and make it brighter. As you can see, it's like kind of getting brighter as I bring it closer, and then when I take it away, it makes this side of the photo really dark and this side lighter, so it's uneven. So that's why I use that. So I do shoot in manual mode, which means I personally choose the aperture, shutter speed, and ISO when I take my photos. But as you can see, I just started out with some basic bread bowl with no background stuff. And then I got some different angles. And I like to take multiple shots because sometimes the shot might not be in focus. And then you can see here, I added in the bread cubes, which just makes it, in my opinion, look a little bit more fun. And then at the end, I got some dip shots. That's it. Obviously, I still have to edit these and play with the colors and exposure and stuff, but I'm pretty happy with how they came out. So now I have to do the exact same thing with the monkey bread. I have to get the end shot for the video, and then I have to take some photos with it because that post is going to be going on my blog as well. And if you guys haven't been able to tell, this has been going on for a long time. I've been filming for somewhere between 3 and 4 hours, and then when I finish, I'll probably be somewhere between 4 and 5 hours when I actually finish with all the photos, and that probably doesn't even include the cleanup. So videos and blog posts do take a lot of work. I feel like a lot of times people underestimate them and like, yeah, I know my video is only 8 minutes long, but from planning it to filming it to shooting it to writing the blog posts and stuff, it takes me anywhere from, I'd say, like 15 to 20 hours just for one video blog post recipe thing. And if you think about it, I put out 2 YouTube videos a week, 1 to 2 blog posts a week, and I post on Instagram every day. So when you take that into consideration, this kind of thing really is a full-time job. I know a lot of people don't think it is, but it's very time consuming. I also made 2 recipes today because tonight my friends are having another vegan potluck. I've shown them a few times in previous vlogs. So That's another struggle of being a food blogger. You have a ton of food, and I do end up giving some of my food to friends. I eat everything that I make, but sometimes I just have too much. Like, I don't need to eat that entire bread bowl full of spinach dip by myself. I probably would, but I don't need to. So I'm going to bring this and the monkey bread to the potluck tonight. And after I finish all this, I'm gonna get ready and I'll take you guys with me and show you what's up with that. So I cleaned up a bit, rinsed off, changed my clothes. I'm feeling a lot more fresh, and we're about to head over to my friend's potluck soon. We're just waiting on a friend to come meet us here, and then we're all gonna drive together. But I wanted to show you guys the final shot, or the final thing of the monkey bread, because I thought it came out really well. I cut that piece out for the photo, so it looks kind of wonky, but this is the rest of it. I am so happy with it. I'm really excited to share the recipe with you guys soon. And then I'm just bringing the spinach dip in the box that I got the bread from the bakery. I've pretty much just been snacking on spinach dip and monkey bread and just pumpernickel bread for my my lunch dinner mid-snack thing. So I'm excited for the potluck because there's always a ton of delicious vegan food, and there's always salad, and I haven't had any greens today really, so probably get some of that too. Hey guys, so I actually just got back from a few errands. So I went to the potluck with some friends, and there was a ton of good food. There actually wasn't anything green though, so I was a little disappointed because I wanted a salad, but I'm over it because all the food was delicious. I'll just eat a bigger salad tomorrow. But I had a few plates of food, and I also had a piece of carrot cake that was really good. Also, while I was at the potluck, my friends who host the potluck have an exotic fruit business, so I picked up some fruit from them. Then I actually went to another grocery store. So I went to 3 grocery stores today because I am filming some more recipe videos tomorrow, and I needed a few more ingredients, and I just needed a few things for my fridge. So I went to Aldi, and now I'm finally home, and I'm gonna eat an apple, and I also have some peanut butter, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I hope this video was interesting for you guys. I know I do get a lot of questions on how I do things, and I did want to say that just because I use a certain type of equipment doesn't mean that you have to if you're interested in starting your own YouTube channel or starting videos. Honestly, when I started my YouTube channel, I had like a little dinky camera that just shot an HD video, probably cost like $100, which is still expensive, but obviously not as expensive as the equipment that I use now. And I just started making content, and I know a lot of people think that they need to buy this and that and all these supplies before they make videos, and their videos have to be perfect when they come out. But the best advice I can give you is to just start, because everyone starts from somewhere. If you go back and look at my first videos, I'm like super awkward. I definitely would like to think I have improved since then. But if your content is good and your message is authentic and you're sharing something that you're passionate about, I think that's what people really care about. That's what's going to cause people to subscribe to your channel, and that's what's going to cause your channel to grow. There are plenty of people out there who have way more expensive equipment and know more about videography than me, but my channel might be larger than yours. Not that that necessarily matters, but my channel might be larger than theirs because I'm more passionate about like spreading a specific niche message, if that makes sense. It's just like, if you are passionate, I think that shows, and if you're just in it for the money or you're doing it for the wrong reasons, I think that shows as well. And I do think that's why my channel has grown relatively fast. Frankly, I'm very exhausted, so I'm going to end this video here. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being a supportive community and allowing me to do something that I love, because even though the days are long sometimes and I do put in a lot of hard effort, I do really enjoy doing it at the same time. And I mean, who doesn't love eating good vegan food? I will talk to you guys in the next video, I guess. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time of day it is for you.